So it is the end of 2025. It is January 1st, 2026. I don't know whether to be excited or be like, God, how much more can I take? Because this year of the snake was a year to remember. I went to ayahuasca twice, Bufo, Yopo, Cambo. It was a year of plant medicine for me, and it had been a year that I'd been to Egypt, and I released from my past, from my ancestors, from my past lives, this life, everybody's life, the collective. I did abandonment and unworthiness, and doing that changed my life. When I did the unworthiness, I have never felt unworthy since then. Never. I know that I am so worthy. I find myself worthy. I don't beat myself up about anything. I am who I am. And I think at that time I truly fell in love with myself. Truly, truly, truly. So all my flaws, all my weird things, I love them all. So, but I thought now, after going through all that, there's no more shedding to do. I think I'm good. Just let me get to January 1st. Well, Christmas threw me for a loop. I know that I'm sovereign. I I just know. Like, I've been through a lot. I've had a Kundalini awakening. I've done the dark night. Then I did my Kundalini awakening, and it was a heart chakra blown open. Instead of going down some chaos, I did the chaos. Then I had the Kundalini awakening. It was amazing and changed my life. I've been in so many situations where I've jumped timelines and just been like a totally different person. And I love who I am right now. So but on Christmas, I was faced with a situation that I had to choose my sovereignty over someone I love dearly, my son. And I have two sons, and I buried one when he was 21 years old. And then I have this one that I love dearly. And without saying the whole story, I really had to not be in a relationship so I could be sovereign. I could be who I am. I don't have to walk on pins and needles. I can be whoever I want. And I love that. I live through my heart. I work with veterans. I mean, I'm a nurse. I love, 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 and I love to serve. And really, if that's not seen in me from even my own son, I am not going to be somebody so that fits into his little box so he feels comfortable. And I had to choose myself, and it really has thrown me into some serious grief. I mean, about just an hour ago, I was just pretty mad. I was, I just, I just can't even believe, really. Like, if I think about it through my 3D lens, what mother does that, you know? But even in my human design, I'm a pioneer to make people think differently, to make them see differently. And we don't need to be those kind of mothers. We don't need to bend a knee to be loved. We are enough. We love our children unconditionally. We raise them. We sacrifice willingly, lovingly for them. And if they can't accept us as humans and who we are, then, you got to make a choice. And I chose my sovereignty. I have not gone through what I've gone through in my life, then decided to heal. I was blessed with the Kundalini awakening. I have been blessed to work with people in the field and people online. And I've been given the gift of being able to use tuning forks and do biofield tuning and finding just a whole bunch of information in people's fields that have fractured from them and are out in their fields instead of the energy being inside of them, making them whole and just running up and down that axis and having the ability to put it back in. And then my light language is from the dragon, and it is transmutative. I get in somebody's field and find the incoherence and give it coherence. I've been blessed with um, the infinity sign that has come to me and is now a tool in healing. You know, when it comes out of my body, it's the light, and when it goes into your field, it grabs the distortion, it gives it light and comes back. And this figure eight just keeps going from me to you, just helping you remove. I can't do anything to you that you don't want to go. I just give it more energy, more coherence, and I just show it love and let it go. And I did all this stuff and been blessed with all this stuff to get to so happy where I'm at, to finally descend back into serious grief that basically was my choice with someone I love dearly. Nobody in the world more do I love than this person, my son. And being that I've already lost one, you might think that I wouldn't do this. But this is what healing is. This is what healing is. This is us saying that we don't stand for these distortions anymore. You need to entrain with the energy of coherence, or we aren't going to mesh. It's the bottom line. So I did just a little bit ago, I pulled in some energy for my light language, and it came through, and it hasn't really much since Christmas, and it was all my throat chakra. It was my throat, my throat, my throat, my throat. Then it was everybody else's throat. Then it was collective throat. And it was like, oh my God. And then, because I can always feel the energy just really kicks up and the dragon gets real strong because he is pulling in the collective of the wounds in the throat. And I am just giving them resonance with all of the light language and the somatic work, because the frequency comes through my body as well. So that's why I move my hands all over the place. I get symbols, and I'm completely channeling this. I'm not thinking. I mean, I'm able to, which is really, really interesting, is I'm able to think of work, doing the dishes, while the light language is just running through me. So my conscious is split, and I'm able to use both of them. It's kind of strange, but and I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I'm doing light language. And I'm just going off. It's kind of cool because my channel is so open that it just floods in, and I just let it out. I have perfect control over it, but if it wants to come out and I'm doing something that I can let it out, I'll just walk down the hall and be like, blah, 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 blah. Because why this is, in my opinion, is something is distorted. I just walk through a field of distorted energy. Look, the light language comes out, I give it coherence, and off I go. So I'm passing through something, whether maybe it was a thought I had, maybe that energy from that thought needed to be transmuted in the frequency and in my field. So I feel like at this point, my body and my chakras and the energy, I kind of self-regulate automatically. So if I get mad about something and I'm mad about it for an hour or 2 hours, sometimes I can go vomit, because and that's never happened. I don't do that ever, but it's like my body will rid it. Like, so now it's just, I can feel it just calibrate me. Like, I'm like, okay, all right, I got to get rid of that. And it's kind of cool, this is the authentic me. But anyways, I did make a video on, and the music cut out at the end, so pay no attention to that. I just make my own videos, so this is what you get. I am not techie, not at all. Sometimes I might get a little adventurous and do something, and other times it's just going to be straight up post. Anyways, I love y'all. Thank you for listening.